Hello everyone, this is Nick from HF Survival School and thank you very much for joining me. Today I want to show you my EDC, but this is not a regular EDC. I usually don't carry as much stuff, but because of the situation that is going on in the world, you know what I'm talking about, and living in a country where in about a 1 hour drive enemy tanks could be here right to my next door, anything could happen. So in this situation I have changed and upgraded in some ways my EDC, and I wanted to share with you, maybe give you a few thoughts about what you can carry and what uses you may need in wartime situation. So my concept is not to stand out from the crowd. That's why I'm wearing regular clothes, nothing tactical, no patches, no badass beards, etc, etc. You just want to blend in with the crowd. I'm wearing a second-hand jacket, regular jeans and old boots. And if you saw me in the crowd, I would not stand out. I would be just an average Joe. So first I wear these leather work gloves because it is really cold outside. It is in the -degrees, so having some good leather gloves is good to keep you warm. And also if you need to touch anything hot, for example a hot firearm, I usually carry them on this carabiner right here. So other than that, I look like an average Joe, just your average fat dude. But in my coat, when we open it up, inside I have a few pieces of gear. For example, on the side I carry 2 glow sticks. You never know when you may end up in a situation where you may need a bit of lighting, and these glow sticks last for about 12 hours with good light and 24 hours with a bit less light but still usable. On the outside pockets I'm carrying a Israeli bandage. Make sure when you are buying an Israeli bandage to get one extra and open it so that you know how to use it. Yes, it has instructions, but you know, in a stressful environment, instructions may not be helpful because any one of us can black out, especially if you don't have experience in stressful situations, and knowing how to use one and have actual practical knowledge is very useful. On the other pocket I have my IFAK, my personal first aid kit. It contains all the personal medications that I may need and also extra what other people may need. I also have some pads to cover your wounds, and I also have this very good I don't know what it's called. It has some collagen and other stuff in it, and this is used to put inside a deep wound, for example a firearm wound, or for example the wound I got when I was making a knife. I just stick it in it, and it really saved the day, the doctor told me, because this has antibiotics, and you can leave it inside the wound and it makes sure it doesn't go bad, and in a field situation it is very good. On the inside pocket of my jacket I have the zipper, and inside here I have a nasopharyngeal airway. I would usually not carry a nasopharyngeal airway, but in a wartime situation it is a must, because having this or not having it can really save someone's lives. Just make sure you know when to use it, how to use it, and having this is a must in any kind of serious medical kit. On my other inside pocket I have my wallet. I always carry some cash, some identifications, picture of a saint, and permits to carry firearms. On my left pocket I carry 2 items. One of them is a tactical pen. This is a generic tactical pen that you can buy on Amazon for like $10. You don't really need to spend a lot of money on a tactical pen because all of them are made from aluminum, and as long as it has the head-breaking tip, it is very good. And also having a good ballpoint pen is a must. Other item is a flashlight. This is an all-light Warrior Mini, I think, the Mini 2. It is a very nice quality flashlight. It has different modes. The battery lasts a long time and it is very easy to deploy, and the best thing that I love about flashlights is this clip, the two-sided clip, which allows you to put it on in a different ways. And also I like the color because I have never seen this unique pattern and I really like it. On the front it doesn't have really that much aggressive kind of striking tips, but it is a very nice flashlight. On my other pocket I carry only a folding knife because I don't want anything to come in the way. This is a Kershaw Emerson, which has that fast deployment notch on the top. You just hold it and it opens next to your pocket with the help of the notch. I keep my knives mirror sharp. It is shaving sharp because a dull knife is a bad knife and a dangerous knife. A sharp knife is a good knife. On this side, at this moment I don't have anything because I don't want to show on the camera what I usually carry, but I have a CCV. In an emergency situation, in a survival or active shooter or whatever the situation, a CCV can save your lives, and in most cases you can save other lives as well. On my left side I'm carrying a tourniquet. I found this really cool way to carry a tourniquet. I looped it around my belt loops and it is very easy to open. Just remove the Velcro here, remove this from the buckle, and that's it. The tourniquet is ready to use. A tourniquet doesn't need my recommendation and my introduction for any kind of gun wound or any kind of different wound. It is a lifesaver, and having a good quality tourniquet is a must because you need to be sure that it doesn't break on you. On the inside of my jacket I carry a shemag. Ideally I would carry a scarf, but shemag has a lot of uses which a wool scarf doesn't have. But the wool scarf can keep you more warm and keep warm when it is wet. In this cold environment it is very helpful, but also a shemag is very useful and it has 1,000,001 uses, and it is a bit more tactical looking than I would prefer. Inside of my shirt pockets I don't have anything but this small EDC tool. This is a all-light EDC tool. I think it says Optical 2. I think that is the name. It's a good titanium pry bar. It has a bottle opener and different hex sizes. It's a nice EDC tool that I have been carrying for quite a while. I carry a watch which is a really cheap Casio watch and it is very durable, and also I have a compass. It is a cheap $15 watch, but it is very reliable. I have been carrying this in the woods, hiking, hunting, whatever, on my wrist for I think it's about 5 years now, and it is still rolling very good. And on the side I have a button compass. It is a quality compass and it tells me the accurate direction. Having a full-tank knife can be very useful in many situations, and it is a very reliable source. It is a deadly weapon. On the end, this one also has a pommel, so it is also good for breaking stuff like rocks or maybe heads, bones, whatever you want. This is a Jaktkit KNV2. It is, I think, made in Sweden. It has this nice checkering on the handle, which is very grippy and very useful. I use this knife hunting as well, skinning, and usually when you get your hands very bloody, many knives are very slippery and not comfortable to work with, but this checkering helps a lot, and when you make a grip there is no way this is coming undone. Ideally I would get the black or camo version, because in the light this does show away your position to the enemy, but this is what I have and what I am using. On the front pocket I also have my car keys. I have my phone, and that's about it. Something many people don't understand and something many people forget is having self-defense skills. I personally practice Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it really helps me. You may practice something else, but as long as it is not some kind of fake martial art like Master Ken or Aikido or something like that, whether it will be striking or grappling, it is better to know something than nothing. And all of this fancy gear that you buy on Amazon and you gather and hoard may not be useful. You may not have them when you need it, but having knowledge of martial arts, knowing how to defend yourself physically, is a tool which no one can take away from you. So make sure you put those hours in the gym, make sure you exercise. I may have gained weight, but still I'm very strong. And because I have chopped a lot of wood in my life and I have that old man strength, you know, the village, the country type strength, which doesn't really shows like big muscles, but the strength is inside. So I have good density in the muscles, and it has helped me in many scrambles and a few street fights as well. And when you practice martial arts, when you practice self-defense, it is also important to put the hours in to develop your knowledge, your brain, and get more information, read books. There are many very helpful books by special forces guys, by philosophers, etc., etc., about life, about philosophy, about war, about survival situation, and make sure you read books as well. For example, here I brought a few of my favorites. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. It is about being a leader, basically. This is in Russian. This is Art of War by Sun Tzu. It is full with useful knowledge. And this is a book about spirituality by Father Paisos from Athens, and it is also a very good spiritual book. So make sure to not stick to one genre, make sure to expand, because knowledge is something you carry with you all the time and no one can take it away from you. Something many people don't put too much thought in is your footwear, and believe me, footwear is very important. It depends, it may decide if you succeed on a mission or not. But also, since I'm going low profile, I don't want to stand out, and that's why I'm not wearing my Salomons, because these are very good boots. These are my go-to boots, but everyone knows that an average Joe doesn't wear every day $300 pairs of Salomons. They are too tactical looking and too let's say, I don't want to say professional looking, because if you are wearing expensive gear, it doesn't make you a professional, but still it means that you know something. That's why I'm wearing my old worn out military boots that I have had for I think it will be like 15 years now. This was my first hunting boot. I have walked in it a lot, hundreds of miles, and it is still standing good, even though it got wet all the time. I even wore it in very cold environments. Also, I had paracord on my laces, which is a very nice tip to have paracord, but it kind of looked too much tactical, and I decided to change it with this leather cord. Of course, this doesn't have as much strength as a paracord does, but this can also be used as cordage in an emergency. The thing I forgot to mention is my tactical belly. I gained about 15 kilos in last year because I had a lot of problems. The tactical fat helps me to stay warm in this cold environment, so if you're a skinny guy, I will be more warm in any kind of cold weather. And this video shows you me going in cold, icy cold water. I try to go there every year in the middle of nowhere in a church. with the monks, and we go inside the icy cold water in snow and in freezing temperatures on 19th January to celebrate baptism of Christ. So that's a religious thing we do, and compared to previous years I didn't even feel any cold, so that's a plus. One thing I forgot to mention are zip ties or flex cuffs. I used my flex cuffs on a training session, so I have the zip ties as demonstration purposes, but having a good quality pair of flex cuff is a must in case you need to detain some intruder, enemy, or whoever, a spy. I think that will be all for today. I hope you find this video useful. I will try to include all of the links to all of the gear which I mentioned down in the description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more awesome videos, and make sure to click that bell icon to get notified. Comment down below your thoughts. What would you recommend for me to add or remove? Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Stay safe out there, and see you next time, hopefully in the outdoors. Cheers.